Welcome back, everybody. Crow here with another cosplay build. This time, the leader of the Autobots, Optimus Prime. This is based pretty heavily off of his original G1 version, which, you know, everything else after that's based off that too. So, a pretty straightforward, easy build. For the right arm unit, we went with the MAJESTIC. It just seemed to be the overall best fit. Gives it sort of his whole cannon vibe. The left arm, we gave him the V.II Pulse Blade. It seemed to just fit overall the best in terms of the aesthetic of the attack. Which any of the laser blades really would work fine, but that's what I just chose for him. For the back units, not a lot you can really do with Optimus Prime, so we just gave him twin Songbirds. He does have the exhaust pipes on his shoulders in some iterations of his design, and they kind of help fit that just a little bit. The real meat of the build comes in with the actual, core and head and everything. For the head, it struggles a little bit to find decent options, so I went with the VP44D. You could probably mess around with some of the others and get decent designs, but it's what I went with. The MELANDER core fit really well, especially with the idea of having to put some decals on the chest for sort of window design, which I could have absolutely done better, and I just threw two random shapes on there to sort of fit. Anybody can do better with that, but that's what I came up with. As far as the arms, the BASHO arms give you sort of that bulky vibe, although you could arguably go for the MELANDER arms too. But I like the more square look that these gave. And then with the legs, more MELANDER eggs. Wow, legs. Sorry about that, misspoke. Easily the best overall for his look, I believe. Though you could arguably go for the C3 versions and paint those as well. Which obviously you can see the horrendous decal work if you just swap legs for me. As far as boosters, I went with the PO6S PD. It does well enough. His boost speed is pretty high all around for this build, which is nice. Given that we have no missiles, we went with the close range, medium range WLT 001s. It does well enough. I could probably do some better management of the FCS and find a better one. If anybody has any ideas, do let me know. And for the generator, we have the VE20A. Not a great generator, and honestly, you could probably... Actually, yes, I clearly did not do any sort of generator work when I was throwing this together. So, we're gonna... Actually, nope, I know what I did. I chose it for the most speed, and clearly not the best answer all around. But we're gonna leave it, because I like that boost speed. And then we went with terminal armor because Optimus tends to die a lot in the series, so what better way than to give him one final stand against the enemy. With that being said, we'll dive on into the color coding for the build. So the overall paint for this build isn't too particularly difficult. The standard blue that we use all around would be here, and I lowered the metallic on everything, although you could obviously boost that for the grays and the silvers that get used. And then here's our red. This will get used for the vast majority of the build. Coming down here to the core is where we first see the white/silver that we use, where I actually did bump up the reflectiveness, which gives it Optimus that very sort of shiny silvery look on the parts that matter. And that's really it for the colors that got used. Everything else is just random holdovers from other sort of things that get used. And for some reason I'm using a purple here, which we're going to fix if I saved everything. You know what, I'll get that fixed and then we'll continue on towards the emblems. Alright, now that coloring is fixed, we'll take a look at the emblems that we have done for this. For the head, I just used a generic rounded shape to try and come up with the jaw. In the future, I'd like to go back and do more detail and actually make it look more like a mouth, although with Optimus, the mouth sometimes doesn't look great. And in motion, you're never really going to see that anyway, so that's up to you if you want to recreate that. As for the core, just these basic shapes I used for doing the windows, just to try to match up with the MELANDER shape. If I were to do these in more detail, I would probably try and work that a little bit better. Maybe do sort of an outline around them to indicate separation a little bit better. But beyond that, at a distance, looks good enough for me. And I do like doing some lazy cosplay builds from time to time. As far as the right arm, most of that is random coloring for the hand, given the blue on that. And then the Autobot logo, which was a absolute pain in the ass to make, because I am not great with the emblem editor, but I got it done. And then the left arm is just more of the same. And I will have a code for that emblem, as well as the code for Optimus himself, so anybody that wants to just recreate it from their own, or use what I've already made, can do it. And the legs are just a whole bunch of blue squares that have been stretched to fit around the legs. And that's pretty much it for that. I don't have any PvP footage with Optimus at the moment, but I will do a showcase of an arena fight against probably Snail or Freud, so stick around for that. Beyond that, if you like these videos and want to see more, have any more ideas, please like and subscribe, drop a comment on the build you want to see. I know I've got a request for Ultra Magnus, so another Transformer to come along. I want to do a Starscream as well. But yeah, thanks for watching, and enjoy the show. And once again, because I am terrible at remembering to actually upload the codes, here is the upload code, which will also be in the description with the code for the emblem, which we will get uploaded here in a second. But thanks for watching once again, and enjoy.
Main system, activating combat mode.
Target destroyed. Concluding evaluation. Well done.